14 October for Virgo is a day for feeling rather than doing. Not to control but to observe. Not to fix but to allow. The familiar impulse to be useful steps aside, making room for a quiet inner call. How am I, truly? You may wake with the sense that the world has grown softer, not because there are fewer tasks, but because your soul refuses the noise. You long for clarity, simplicity, gentleness, things in their places, words free of excess, people beside whom it is easy to breathe. This isn't a whim. It's a deep need, because Virgo is a sign of fine-tuning. When there's too much of everything, you scatter. Today is a day to gather yourself anew, silently, through order, self-care, and a return to what is genuinely yours. Don't be surprised if the superfluous begins to irritate you. Idle talk, clutter, errands, even sounds. Anything that doesn't give you grounding will feel sharper. That means only one thing. It's time to tidy up, not just on the outside, but within, without strain, without pressure, gently. If you're accustomed to being someone else's pillar, today be that pillar for yourself. You often postpone your own wishes because someone needs you, because someone else's priority seems higher, because you'll manage, and you do. But today is different. Today is about, and what about me? 14 October quietly suggests, slow down, not because you're worn out, but because you want to do things not quickly, but properly, not for a checkbox, but with soul, not for praise. But so warmth returns to you. This is a day of small tasks with big meaning. Choose what invites attention to detail, yet avoids fuss, cleaning, sorting, cooking something warm, caring for your body, copying your thoughts into a journal. These won't just structure your day, they'll organize your mind, and with it, your heart. In relationships, you can feel a lot even if nobody says anything. You may suddenly notice who truly stands with you, who hears you in silence, who really looks rather than simply sees, who cherishes your small things, not out of duty, but desire. If you're in a connection where warmth has faded, you'll sense it clearly, not as pain but as inner lucidity. Perhaps for the first time you'll ask, do I want it to go on like this? That question is enough for now. The answer will come later, but the path begins today. If you're single, today gives you the most important contact with yourself. It's the part of you that doesn't hurry to find someone but learns to stay by your own side. This isn't loneliness, it's deep self-sufficiency. The more harmony you cultivate within today, the easier it will be to let someone else in later. Work and practical matters are best kept moderate. Don't overload, don't take on extra, don't scatter your energy. Do only what holds order, clarity, and meaning. Whatever drains you can wait. The world won't fall apart, and you'll keep your inner balance. If you've postponed a conversation, with yourself or another, today is a good day. Speak without blame, softly from the heart. Not to force a result, but to truly see each other again, and to see yourself without criticism. With respect, the day seems to ask, clear away the excess, from your thoughts, your space, your conversations, your obligations you accepted because, if not me, then who? 14 October exists so you place yourself not at the end of the list, but at least in the middle for a moment. If you notice you've turned harsher, less toward others, more toward yourself, pause. Listen for who inside is speaking, who demands you do it all, who whispers you must earn approval. That is not you, it's an old program. Today you can switch it off, not loudly, but gently. Tell yourself, I don't need to be perfect, I need to be alive. Your sensitivity is especially strong now. You feel not only others' moods but what sits beneath their words. You might sense fear under a joke, fatigue under a bright voice, loneliness beside a crowd. This is a gift, and also a responsibility not to lose yourself in it. If tension has piled up, don't endure it. Don't pretend all is well. You owe nothing to anyone. Your vulnerability is not a flaw, it's exactly what makes you real. If you want to be quietly sad today, allow it, alone, under a blanket, with music, by candlelight, without explanations. Any ritual that brings calm and a gentle sense of control will fit. Sorting belongings, strolling familiar streets, clearing your inbox, arranging clothes by color. These are not only outer orderings, they're ways to reclaim your unayin in this day. Be especially soft with people, even if you feel like being stern, even if you're irritated. Perhaps it isn't them, you may be tired of being strong, of holding others' emotions. Don't take it all on. Today you have the right to say, I need a little quiet. If someone near you always expects help, give yourself the right not to rescue. Sometimes real help is stepping back so the other person can begin to hear themselves, and so can you. This day is excellent for writing. Even if you don't usually write, open your notes or take a page and pour out everything that worries you, everything you've been holding, everything that aches. Seeing it in words makes it easier to breathe. If a wave of melancholy comes, don't fear it. This isn't depression, it's a moment of leveling when what was hidden rises, not to break you, but to be understood, lived, and released. Today you can say, I see how hard it's been, and that already brings relief. If you want attention, don't blame yourself. You aren't too sensitive or needy. You have the right to be heard, felt, embraced, even if that attention comes from you to yourself. Listening inward is already care. Today may unexpectedly highlight what you've long postponed. Not big ambitions, but small inner promises. Read a page, call someone, clear a drawer, go where you feel lighter, walk where your chest opens a little more. These are not trifles, they are anchors, signs that you are returning to yourself. If you haven't felt joy in a while, today may bring a quiet hint of it, not as a surge, but as a soft smile over a warm cup of tea, as the sense of doing something only for you, as the clarity that follows a tidy room. In such moments, energy begins to revive, steadily, not loudly. Notice where you're stuck, what you do out of habit rather than love, where automatism has pushed out interest, in tasks or relationships you maintain because that's how it should be. Today you can tell yourself the truth, and not judge yourself for it. Many Virgos may feel the need to close unfinished conversations, not seeking answers, but the peace of completion. 14 October gives you space to place inner full stops, sometimes without explanations. Simply, I understood what I needed, that is enough. Don't forget your body. Perhaps it is long-awaited attention and gentle care, a simple touch from you to you. Offer yourself that warmth. Wrap up, linger in water, rest your hand on your shoulder. See yourself not as a project, but as someone you love. If you're prone to self-criticism, it may be loud today, but that isn't you. That's anxiety dressed as control. Don't give in. Tell yourself I'm doing what I can. I move the way I know how. I'm not perfect, but I'm genuine. And that is true. If you feel like withdrawing, don't accuse yourself. Today isn't a day for activity, it's a day for tuning. You're adjusting the strings of your soul so they sound in your key again. Let the whole day pass in silence. If peace is in it, you will have done it right. Try not to scatter yourself on others' problems. It's a Virgo trap to hear, to feel, and to immediately start fixing. But today your main focus is you. If you devote even part of the day to yourself, you'll feel your inner steadiness return. The very steadiness you admire in your best days. And don't fear being gentler with yourself and with those nearby. Gentleness isn't weakness, it's maturity, the understanding that life needn't be lived in tension, that not everything must be mended, that not every word must be spoken, that sometimes it's better just to be. Toward evening you may feel a new evenness, quieter, calmer. Not because the day was flawless, but because you were authentic, no role, no flash, no effort to be anyone but yourself. 14 October is a day you let yourself breathe in your own rhythm, not chasing, not proving, not catching up, simply being. And within that, there was everything, care, restoration, honesty, and most of all, a homecoming to yourself. If it calls to you, light a candle and watch its soft glow. Let it be a sign, I am here, I am light, I feel. I permit myself to live not at the edge, because my strength is not in endurance, but in sensitivity, precision, and the ability to notice what others miss. This is a gift. You don't have to finish everything today or start anew. You can simply acknowledge, I'm tired, but I'm moving. I'm tangled, but I'm not giving up. I don't know everything, but I still believe. And that already is a lot.